get us on our half-acre homestead. Then I'm going to make myself a cup of tea. And then I'm going to show you. I've brought you to this side of the quilt frame because I can do it with this tripod now. So let's go to manage videos over here. And hit the live button. Like I said, this takes forever. And again, I accidentally went live. So what I'm going to do, here we are. Add quilt frame. It's supposed to say at the quilt frame. And my kettle just boiled, so give me 2 seconds. Now this better have. Well, I might as well let the ad play, right? Oh, and I've knocked all my pins down. See what I mean about the French ads? Because I live in Quebec, most of my ads are French. I've dropped my safety pins, and I need them. Oh.
IXL is helping 15 million students succeed in math and language arts. IXL, your child can stay on track or get ahead.
All right, now. Pause that. I don't want to make it full screen. Yes, I do, because I want to go to chat. All right, there's the chat. Yay! And it says top chat. We want it on live chat. Now, please excuse me, folks. I'm going to turn this way so maybe I can move it over. No, because my quilt will be in the way. So I'm going to move my table over here and my thing over here. And you're going to see a lot of the back of my head, but you're also going to see what I'm doing, which is what I try to do when I'm on the chair. Oh, that's not going to work there either, because it's going to... Oh! The arm just fell off my chair. It's a desk chair. And the arm broke a while back, which is actually kind of fine because it doesn't change how I sit. Oh, but there is a sharp spot there. If I could just break it off. Okay, so let's move you over here. And let's move you right over here. Now I'm going to have to turn around to look at the chat. That's the only problem. And then here... Oh, is hopefully where you'll be able to see what's going on. Now I'm gonna, my knees don't want to work today. All right, now let me go get my cup. Ow, my toe. That was my baby toe. That poor thing has got no bones left in it. Oh my goodness. Now, while my kettle get this wool out of the... Where are my scissors? There. There's a chunk of wool in my wheel here. This was the chair that broke when Angie was here. And I just glued it back on. I'll glue that back on another time. Now, while my kettle is boiling, I want to show you what I'm doing here. Okay, here is my, this is my wool shop quilt, folks. And since I got up, I have pinned it on, got it out and pinned it on. Had a panic attack. There was a mouse hole in the bag, but it never got to it, I hope. I'm hoping. So I've pinned this to the leader cloth, and I'm just rolling this up until we can get to the part that's not quilted. And then I'm gonna roll it up and then roll it back. See, this stretches it nice. Okay. What this is doing right now is pulling the quilt. Let's get this over here. I had this all laid up, but it can be pretty hard on the joints when you're, and you really want to roll it up as evenly as you can. Okay, now the other end, it has to be rolled all the way to the other end so I can attach it at the other end. I should have, I suppose, attached it at the other end first. And then I'm going to, look at that. That's where I was last. Yep, okay. Okay, we'll leave that needle in there. And the piece of tape it's got, I'm going to have to phone Howie and ask him to bring me home some 3/4 masking tape. Just want to make sure that this helps. This line here helps. This is, I don't know if you can tell, but this is wood grain fabric for the shelves. And we are almost at the other end. All right, so now I'm going to go put my tea to steep. And then we're going to pin it at the other end. Oh, and then finish rolling it up. All right, give me a second here, folks. Whoops. I want to make sure you guys can still see what I'm doing here. All right, let me get my tea to steeping. Same. You know. Okay. This is what I mean when I say my tea has to steep. Alrighty, now I am going to continue rolling this until that's about right. So this is our leader cloth on our other side. It's also the backing. I just didn't know what I was going to do with that much gingham. So, and now I'm going to line it up here. And I'm going to start pinning it to the cloth right through to the wood. There's more than one layer of cloth here. Yes, there's stuff all over my floor because I'm always dropping things. Okay, you have rolled up crooked. So we're going to make sure we roll you back better. All right. It's really hard to find good safety pins anymore. I have a whole bucket of straight pins from my Aunt Jane's collection, and some of them are twice as thick as the ones they make nowadays, and they do not bend. You have to fold just a little bit more. Over here. And you always put your pins parallel with the frame post that you're pinning it to. You want them running lengthwise. I should have actually had this all done up for you before I sat down, but this is just the way things are today for me. Oh. Okay, and one there. All right. Okay, now we start rolling it up this way. See? I can't be that far. And there is where I'm working, right there. All right, now. Oops. Yeah, I better get your tea back. All right. Ow, my toe. I stubbed my toe again. All right, now. Can you guys see okay? I couldn't see the chat when I was working there. Oh. All right, can you guys see okay? Now I'll give you a closer look before I get going here. This is, whoops. This is my wool shop quilt. And each round thing represents the end of a ball of yarn in a shelf. This is dedicated to Barb Johnson of Apsley, Ontario, who used to have a wool shop, and she helped me. Well, let's just say she understood my color. Now, I have had tape to use as templates. And one of the reasons this is out is because I was really, really worried that the tape, there's only one piece, but I was really worried that the acid on the tape would be an issue. So now we're going to tighten it up. Can I bring you guys a little bit closer? Maybe I can, I can bring you right inside the frame with me, but it might get a little bit, moving. If you have motion sickness, because I may occasionally screw this up. Now, is that the better angle, or do you want it like this? See, it's really hard to get you guys right behind me, eh? Okay, can you see that okay? Well, this quilt is my own design, Molly. Oh, that's a good cup of tea. Oh, Yorkshire Gold. Thank you, Rebecca. we go. Okay, now, you know what I can't find is I have a thimble. I have a thimble that has a little nail on it. And I was sure I bought myself a couple of them, but I can't find them. So now I've tightened up this bar so that I can now tighten, because it's locked in place. So I can now bring this down just a little bit tighter. There we go. Look at that. What do you think? Want to come a little closer? A little bit closer now. Okay. Oh, you know what I don't have here? Is my thread. Oh, I hate getting up and down when I just got comfy. I am a one-finger typer. There are a lot of people here, so hello to everyone in chat. Hey, Linda! Okay, give me a second, folks. I gotta go get my thread. Oh, I was looking on the floor for my... See what I mean about being seasick? All right, now, let's go over to my big chair. What was that just fell on? Let's go over to my big chair. And find my thread. Alrighty. Jeez, crackers. Oh. Oops. With no arm on that chair, I almost went off the side of it. Okay. This is beeswax with a candle on top. Okay. Now, I don't have any tape. That one would go here. Now, and I don't have my finger quilter thimble either. So we're just going to have to hope my nails are strong enough. Oops. And then we move over, I'm going to say about 1/4 inch. Maybe I should draw some lines on. I think I have a quilting pencil. Hang on. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Oh, because there's a heater at my back and a wood stove at my right. So I'm going to open this window just a crack. Just a crack. Okay, and I'm going to see if I can find some 3/4 inch tape. All right. Until Howie comes home, I have a ruler and I satin and I have a pencil, which I don't like using. Oh. But, okay, so. Oh, okay. I see how that works. All right, I can do that far. It's really, really lightweight pencil. And you have to make sure that your pin goes down through all 3 layers. Just a little bit tighter. There we go. You want it to have some bounce. Well, it's my own design, and after looking at quilt patterns for years and years, I didn't look at patterns. I looked at blocks and what I could do, the easiest blocks I could do. And this was a really easy block. And then I realized that if I turned these blocks a different angle, this is a 4 block, okay? This here is 4 pieces. You can see it's just stripes gradiating down to pale yellow. And then it's stripes gradiating down to pale yellow. And I place them so that all the dark met in the center. So that it looks like the spiral of the inside of a ball of yarn. And I really want to finish this. And it's not going to be on a bed, obviously. It would probably, fit a crib quilt or something, but that's not what I'm doing. So if I were to ever give it away to anybody, it would be to one of my oldest friends, Geraldine, because Barb Johnson was her mom's cousin. But oh, right. Where's my little box with all my rubbers in it? It's over here. Oh. I can't remember who sent me these, but by God, they've come in handy. Oh, is it in here? Wouldn't that be amazing if it was in here? Nope. Okay. This helps me grip better. Which one's the bigger one? Oh, that one's falling apart. If you find old rubber thimbles, folks, and they're stiff, and they don't look very comfortable to try and get on, like they might break, soak them in boiling water for a little bit. They might just get there. See, I have a thimble that goes on this finger that I just can't find at the moment. Okay, that thread broke. So guess what? Now where'd my scissors go? Oh, there they are. So we're going to try that again. And this is a really tiny needle, I got this stupid Texas Beyonce song stuck in my head. Like, was she just trying to prove, like, yeah, it's a catchy tune, but is she just trying to prove a point that she can sing anything, or? Not a fan of Beyonce. I'm really not. Well, I can't even see to thread this needle. Give me a second. I have needle threaders, but I ain't getting up again. Come on, go through. Oh my God. There it is. Whew. Took me a minute. Now, am I double threading these? I can't tell if I've been double threading or single threading. It looks like I'm single threading, but I like to double thread because it just makes it that much more steady. But we'll see. Let's start back where we almost started with this one. Now, no, I don't knot it, but I have gone back through the beginning stitches. And now I'm going to go back through one, just like I do when I'm sewing. And then I was going to weave in and out. Can you see? You can't. Let's see if I can get you guys just a little bit closer. See, and I doubled down through that stitch, and then I'm just going to go back through and where's my line? Do I know where my line is? Yeah, I'm on it. Because I drew it so faint that it's difficult to see. I know I have a white quilt pencil somewhere that would work really well, but then I'm going to back through that stitch. And then weave. Grab and pull. Whoops. You stay up there. Quilting is one of those things that I just love to sit and do. It's so meditative. It's so peaceful. Now, I don't know why this is, oh yeah, because I have sewn the bottom half. Okay, let's see if we can. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy When skies are gray, you'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Oh, and I ripped it. I don't even know why I have this one on, but it's to help me grab the needle. Yeah, if my hand slips off, I have a really big one somewhere that's built just for my thumb. Is that you? No, you're the broken one. All right. Okay. Now, ow! Yeah, these are called sharps for a reason, folks. All right, and I'm going to do back through the last stitch before I start on the next row. You guys seeing this okay? You're not. You're not. You're seeing the other end. Hang on a second. Sorry about that, folks. The chat's behind me, so I can't see if I'm doing anything wrong, and you guys can't shout. All right. Okay, so then we go here. I'm using one square to line up. I used to just lay strips of tape, but tape has acid in it, and it's not good. And we're not going to go past this. We're just going to work on this one square like that. I should. Hang on a second. I got to sharpen my pencil here. Yeah. That was the ruler. Better try and sharpen it without breaking it, the tip. And you know what I might do? I don't know yet, though. Is if I have enough fabric left over from y'all, I might border this. That's a nice point. Okay, where'd my ruler go? There my ruler went. Oh, excuse the view. Oh. All right, now, right there. Because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and 6, and the corner becomes a square itself. Right there. Now this goes like this. And this goes like this. Is that the way it works? No, it's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. Okay. Well, I'll figure it out when I get there. So now I'm going to, oh God, you fell. See how blind I am when I'm just working? I don't really see. All right. Can you see? No, I'm working on the wrong one. This is the one I'm working on. This is the one you need to see what I'm doing. There. I'll try not to touch the camera again. Okay, so now I am going down here. To the corner. And I'm going to pull that out. I don't know if you can see the faint little pencil lines I've made. And now we're just going to go back through the first stitch. And one more time, and then we just begin our weave. Do make sure that when you weave, your stitches are the same size as your spaces. I made the mistake of teaching somebody, well, not made the mistake of teaching them, but I was teaching somebody to quilt one day, and I forgot that very important lesson, a very important tidbit. Because if you can make the stitches nice and big and your little stitches in between them, the space is really small, but you're having lots of gaps. And I made somebody pick out all their stitching ones because they went like this. I'll show you. They went like this. Stitch like that, and left a really big long stitch. And then a really tiny stitch, and then they left a little really long gap. Can't do that. Oh shit, what did I just do? Oh, Bev, you're an arsehole. See if I can't get this back through. Because I didn't go all the way through, I just went through the top layer. Boom. There it is. Whoops, I broke my thread. Shit. Oh well. Live and learn, then get loves when you shit yourself. All right, I'm going to start back where I started. Pulling that first stitch all the way in to the fabric and then doubling back. It does make it difficult to sew when you have appliances on your fingers, but they also help. Now we're starting. We're cooking with gas. Okay. Okay. Hey, happy guy, how's it going? And then I back through. Every once in a while, I will back stitch through a stitch just to keep just to stabilize the stitching. But it doesn't look like this is ever going to be used as a blanket. It's never going to be used as a blanket. It's going to be a wall hanging, either over my bedroom door or in my dining room. My jars should be in my dining room, but they're covering my bedroom door right now. Oh, I'm glad you're doing good, sweetheart. How's everybody else doing today? What's your weather like? We got some gently falling snow. It's been going since I got up. I was not going to do a wood stove meal today, but I got the fire crackling, so I might as well. I think I'll make, I got chicken out, so I'm making chicken and rice tonight. You want to see chicken and rice on the wood stove? Say now. I am cooking as much and as, well, not as often as I can, but I'm cooking as much as I can on the wood stove. Jeez. To keep things, you know, lower the hydro bill. Doesn't hurt. I mean, shit, we got changed over to LED lights and smart appliances or energy saver appliances. My hydro bill hasn't changed. But then I live in Quebec and hydro bills are fairly inexpensive. Now, see, by rights, I should be going zip, 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 or zip, you know, on this top half. All right, now. Okay. And I don't know why I didn't make this a diamond shape instead of a square, but we'll see. Maybe I can. I did that backwards. Well. I don't need this on right now. It just becomes a habit. Okay. I know it gets real quiet, eh? Unless I'm talking. I have no idea what the temperature is. I know I'm making chicken and rice for supper, but whether or not I make it on the wood stove, depends. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is. And I will be doing my patrons live at probably 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock. We'll see. $2.16. Thanks, Sherry. $3 o'clock. I'm going to be phoning my hubby and saying, hey, bring me home some 3/4 inch masking tape. That's one thing I know. I'll just tell him to ask his boss if I can have a roll of 3/4 inch masking tape. And then I stitch back up through because I'm going to change this thread. And there we go. And then here we go right here. Oh yeah, I got to change my thread. And I can move my laptop a little bit now so I can see you guys better, because now I got, oh, sorry folks, didn't mean to do that. Can you still see okay what I'm doing? Fettuccine Alfredo. Just for electricity this month, Bill. This month was $269. And we don't heat with oh God, honey. I pay, what did you say your bill was? $269. Well, that's about what my, no, mine runs about, oh, I don't know. I couldn't tell you because I always keep it kind of paid up in advance, but I'm waiting for the bill to come in for sure. But I pay roughly, we pay ours every 6 weeks. They do that to flabbergast you and get you all mixed up with how much you actually should be paying. If they pay every 6 weeks, you can't calculate it by the month, can you? But I pay about $400 every 6 weeks. And we heat with baseboards downstairs and wood upstairs. But the baseboards are always on up here in case the power goes out in the night, or in case the fire goes out in the night, I meant. If the power goes out in the night, we got the wood stove going, you see. Oh, shoot, that's the wrong thread I was grabbing. There we go. There. Now, I'm going to start over here. Oh no, I got to do you, don't I? This little guy has to be sewn all the way around when I start my next block. This little brown thing has to be sewn. But I'm going to start here so I can make even the other side. Whoops. First stitch. Okay, guys, don't get seasick. Oh, God, now I'm all tangled in my cord. Oh. Get over here. Stupid cord. It's down the back of my chair. All right, now you're on the other side. And this should make you be able to see better at what I'm doing. Okay? Where did my needle and thread go? Where the hell did my needle and thread go? Oh, stuck to my shirt. There we go. Now you'll be able to see my hand, what my hands are doing. Wow, that leaves a mark. All right. Now I'm going to start right here. This will get there. Now I'm going to start right here. No knots, folks. Pull the thread through. Actually, my thread is wrong length. Be careful with those scissors. Okay. Where was I starting? Right here. first stitch. You pull the thread through, and then you go back. Oops. It's really hard to catch a needle with your thumbnail when you got a balloon on your thumb. Yeah, Robaxaset, you can only get them in Canada, guys. You can't get Robaxaset in the United States without a prescription. There we go. Can you guys see? Tweedle-a, tweedle-a, tweedle-dee. Now, don't pull your threads too tight, okay? Because that actually causes stress on the fabric when it's being used as a blanket or a quilt. Oh, get off my thing. You guys must be bored to tears, because I got nothing to talk about. I don't want to talk about friggin' politics. What a shit show. We need a better prime minister. That's for sure. Someone who can deal with, on a man-to-man level, with Trump. It's stupid. You know what the phrase kept going through my head when I'm hearing, oh, we're going to counter with more tariffs, la, 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 from Canada and all that shit. Can't we all just fucking get along? Like, seriously. We are one continent, and we're bitching between ourselves. When there's a whole other world out there, whole more world out there that doesn't want... Okay, now where is this one going to go? That's that one. This one is going to go right to the corner. Okay. Like, seriously, we're practically our own country. So, like, we're practically one country. It makes me ill. It's like brats fighting, I swear to God. Except, you know, it's like that, you know that TikTok where the dog, where the Cane Corso dog goes, my name is Maxius Aurelius Maximus. And then a goofy dog goes, my name's Jeff. Trudeau's Jeff. Oh, I know. They bitch about who's paying what. You're right. We are. And we're being run roughshod by our prime minister, who just thinks we're his piggy banks. And he can do whatever he wants. And look at the mess he's landed us in. When was the last time Canada and the US didn't really get along? The War of 1812. So let's just not go there, okay? We got too many other things going on in the world that we shouldn't be fighting like cousins, the cousins we are. You know, we're cousins, for God's sake. I'm quilting from right. I quilt from right to left, and that you. But you know what? When I get down to the other end of this, I'll just quilt my way right back. I can quilt in either direction. Let me get this stupid finger caught a little bit tighter on my thumb here, because it keeps getting caught with the needle. Okay, I'll look at it in Patreon when we go in this afternoon. See, I catch the needle on my thumbnail, and my hand underneath is pushing the needle back up. And if ever you can't find anything like this and you're having a hard time pulling your needle out, grab a rubber band and grab your needle with it. It works just as well. Well, not just as well, because you have to stop to keep grabbing it, but... Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh, this is going to have to roll back once I'm finished this, because I'm going in the wrong direction. This half is done, but the next block isn't. So when I'm done this block, I will be rolling this back even more, and because I haven't... Oh yeah, I have. Okay, I'm on the right row. I'm on the right row. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Take a token hill. Oh, excuse me. It's high school coming back there. And this very light pencil work will, as long as you don't do it too dark, it will wash out. Because, you know, even I always wash my quilts when I'm done with them. Well, I mean, if I was Trump, I wouldn't fucking talk to Trudeau either. I honestly think he's hoping that, you know, somebody with balls will get in there. We all know Trudeau's got a vagina. And if he hasn't, well, he'll probably get one built. And I can say that. You know why? Because that's the society we live in today. But you know, he's 25% tariffs over goods and stuff, and 10% on energy. That just shows you how much the American government thinks that they need our energy. You know what I mean? So if we're putting tariffs on it and they're putting tariffs on it, the hell's going on? Why are we acting like two fucking spoiled children? Okay, I'm sorry. Trudeau needs to be kicked out of the fucking sandbox. Well, pardon my language. Trudeau needs to be kicked out of the sandbox. And someone like Pierre Poilievre or who's the premier? Danielle Smith of Alberta needs to step up and become our prime minister. Danielle Smith, she'd get my vote. She would get my vote. But all these people who are running around trying to say, I'm the next leader of the Liberal Party, just shows you how stupid they are if they think that that's a good thing, is running for a party that is so badly sunk in the people's eyes it may never recover. And they think, oh, we'll just get a new leader and we'll rebrand everything. It's not going to work. You know why? All of those people. Now, where did my line go? All of those people. Where are we here? 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're on the third one, and it needs to come here. Okay. I forget what I was saying. Danielle Smith, she won't run, or Pierre Poilievre. Those are the hopes of Canada. Danielle Smith's out in Alberta. And if the NDP or Liberals get in again, we just might move. We just might move. And no, folks, we won't move to the States. Because we don't think you want us. But let's not talk about it anymore because they're going to get people fighting. You know what I mean? I get it. I get it. I get Trudeau is a fucking babbling moron, a babbling, drooling moron who knows nothing except how exciting it is for him to be able to wear pink. Okay? And of course he's pushing Justin to show his weakness to Canadians. Of course he is. Wouldn't you do the same? Poke, 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 poke. You really let this guy run your country? Look, he's as weak as water. He doesn't have a clue. You know, it's time to come out of the closet, Justin. It didn't work. Okay, I just got to thread this through without going through the bottom of the quilt. I don't want it showing on the back. There we go. See, I don't break my thread unless I absolutely have to. And I'm going to go back through this little one right here to here. That's exactly where I want to be. Of course he's a pussy. And he just, you know, I have been getting Tourette's every time he comes on camera. Now I just vomit. Can't stand Turdo. It looks like Pierre Poilievre is our only hope, and I really hope that Monsieur Pierre Poilievre is not just another clown saying all the right things in order. You know what? I don't even need the top of this. I just need to be able to grab. And I need to be able to get my thumbnail under this needle. You got to be careful, folks. You don't want to run a needle under your fingernail. It is one of the most unpleasant experiences that you can face in quilting. You know, aside from your entire quilt falling apart in the dryer after you've spent years working on this. I started this design, not started quilting it, but I started this design in 2003. And like my Texas Star quilt, I just take it out of hiding every once in a while. Now, this was going to be a square here. And I'm going to change the pattern. And if anybody notices it, it'll only be because they are a quilter. All of these have a square sewn here. And I don't want to do that. I want it to be the same as the rest. That's the problem of putting a quilt away for several years. You end up trying something different. For instance, in my sister's grandmother flower garden quilt, there is one block that I sewed by machine. One. That's and only to see if I could do it. It was easier to do it by hand. That's why Aunt Jane told me not to try a grandmother's flower garden quilt. And now I'm going to go across to here. Now I could still possibly sew the square in the center if I want to, but I don't think it's going to be necessary. And then we go up to here, because you know what? The fabric tells me where to sew to. And I'm okay with straight lines. As long as I can see where I'm going. Oh my God, I shouldn't have went all the way down there. Oh well, okay. We will fix it in un momento. Can you guys see okay? I don't know if that thread's going to make it. All the way up here. Nope. So we just cut it off. Okay, so I did do one of the, I just did do a really tiny one. Well, it's a good thing this one's mine. But this year, if we have a fall harvest season show, I might put my quilts in it just to show. And this one, if anybody wanted to buy it, it would be, I would put an exorbitant price on it just because I love it so much. And it is a unique and my own design. So I would probably say, if someone wanted to buy this, I'd say, okay, yeah, you want to buy it? Give me $1,000. And if they said $1,000, I'd say, well, let me think about it. I'd say, let me think about it. So I'm going back through these first couple of stitches. And I'm going to pull that thread on through there. And then I'm going to go back through this one. And then up through the one that I previously went through when I cut the thread. And that way, nobody will see where I started and stopped once everything's trimmed up. This is called Barb Johnson's Wool Shop. And there we go. Now the problem is I now have to work down here and I need to roll this all up one more time. So here we go. We got to remove everything again. Just so nothing goes flying all over the place. I'm going to go over to the end here and unlock you. And I'm going to unlock this one. And I'm going to roll this one more time up. There. And then I'm going to lock. There. See how this is done down below here? But I have to finish, get down in here, and I can't reach it. There. As long as I can get my hand in here, I'm good. Are you guys bored yet? You going, Mary Jo? Oh, take care, sweetheart. Where should I move, folks? If I were... Now, I want to show you. Can you see here? Whoops. Can you see here where this is a little square? And all I've done here is a triangle. And I don't think anyone's going to notice. And now, I'm just going to go back through these few. Just to make sure my thread is anchored well. And then I'm going to go right up in between the layers. Oh, this chair. It's digging into me because the arms broke. Now I got to start working on these bottom ones. Normally, I would start in the center, work my way out, but all right, now. This has to go. That's going to come. I have to do these too, so. Did I get a line there? And then, okay, so that was that one. This is this one. And this is this one. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. This one needs a line in between. And then now I can just line these up with, no, that's wrong. Can't. Okay, these should all be lined up. Okay, this is why I usually use tape. All right, folks. I'm gonna let you go because I gotta phone hubby. And how much time have I been here? I've been here a little over an hour. I'm gonna do what I can to finish the job I'm working on here. And then I gotta get ready. I've got to start dinner and get ready for I can't talk and quilt at the same time, guys. Oh, for the love of Pete. Actually, this should be started right here. I have to sew this brown one in because I almost forgot. These brown pieces are the holes in between the yarn as they sit on the shelf. Who are we talking about, Happy Jack? Okay. Get you up here a little bit. Okay, folks. That's me today. I got my quilt on, and I've started working on it. So you never know whether I'm going to be at the frame or in my chair. But we'll see you soon for another day of stitching and bitching. Take care. God bless. How do I do this? Oh, there's how I do it. Poke, poke.